So welcome back. I'm in B&Q trying to make up my mind with regards to the bulbs that I want to add in to the ones I already have in the board. So in the video I'm going to be talking you through some of the steps, the things you need to consider before you make your choice of the bulbs that you're going to buy, and even before you come to the store. In my case, I have a lot of these hyacinths. So I've got the purple, the pink, white, cream, and even some yellow that we don't have here. So I'm not looking to buy any more hyacinth. I think I'm looking for daffodils, dwarf ones, because the ones I introduced, I bought daffodils for the first time last year, and they're quite tall and they started flopping. So I'm thinking this year that I would like to get some dwarf ones, and I've already seen some which I'm going to include in my purchase. I'm also thinking maybe I would like to get some tulips that are not very tall as well, because the ones I have already are quite tall. As you can see, it is time now to plant your bulbs. As it says there, plant now for spring color. There are quite a range of bulbs we can see here on the shelf. I'm at B&Q shopping for my bulbs, and you do have a lot of decisions to make. I do have a lot of decisions to make in order to choose the right bulb for my garden. So there are a range of things you want to think about. As you can see, there are a range of colors and quite a wide variety of bulbs to put in. So you need to think about what color you want. You also need to think about the location you're going to put your bulb in the border, or in some cases you may even want to put your bulb in a container. So in regards to the location you want to plant it, if you're thinking of putting your bulb in the maybe middle part of the border, then you may go for tall ones. So here we've got some tall daffodils, tall tulips, and if you have a mind that you want to put the bulb in front, then you may want to go for some dwarf variety. So here is an example of a dwarf variety, and the dwarf variety comes in for most of the bulbs. So this is a dwarf tulip, and there's another one of it coming up, dwarf tulip. We also have some dwarf daffodils here at the bottom of the shelf. We've got the tete buckle, and the next one here is a tressemble. It's also a dwarf one. See, they also come in different colors, so you really have to know what you want, the location, and the color. Maybe it will suit the color scheme you have in that particular part of the border. Here are some other varieties of it as well. They're all dwarf, but the color changes. Another thing you may want to consider is if you are putting it in container. So for instance, this tall tulip, the Sean, it's recommended that it's good for patio or containers. This one as well is good for patio. It's also good for patio or container, and it's a dwarf tulip, Red Riding Hood. So I think before you go shopping for your bulbs, it's better to have in mind exactly what you want, and there's quite a wide range that you can choose from. I think I'm going to go for this one because I've been thinking of getting the dwarf version of the daffodils that I have, but the tulip is okay as well because the ones I have at the moment are quite tall, and I think I can use this one for the front of the border. I think another thing to consider is the shape of the bulb that you're going for, because it may also speak something with regards to the location that you put it in the border. So there are quite a lot of things to consider really, and I think in most cases you should be able to make a choice. We also have these mega bags that if you have finally made up your mind what you want, you can go for the bulk purchase and you get as much value for your money as possible. I like this tall, elegant lady tulip. I'm not quite sure I want this though, but the color is very nice because I already have tall ones and they are orange. So if I add this, it's not going to match up with the color scheme that I have in that section of the border. Alliums are good for late spring color, as it says there on the packet. I think I introduced this as well to the purple section of my border last year, but only one of them survived, so I may try to add it to my collection. I also introduced the grape hyacinth last year, but towards the end, so they didn't do very well. So this is something maybe I may consider, and they are usually not very tall as well, so you can put that in the front of the border. And I can see here there are white ones, so maybe I'll add that to my collection. Another thing you may want to consider is the fact that the bulbs come out at different times. They start flowering at different times. Hyacinths tend to come out very, very early, and later you have the tulips, and they last longer. So you may want to stagger them with the range of bulbs that you have. It's important to read the labels because I found that very useful. So it will help you to organize your planting and the expectations, so you have interest at different times of the year with your bulbs. So basically, you want to make sure that you're looking at the information you have on the pack. For instance, this one is telling you the height, possible height of the collection that you have in there, and the planting time, number of bulbs you have in the pack, and that's why this pack would cost £6 per pack. The only thing I found with when you have collection is that sometimes they don't tell you the names of the bulbs of the plants you have in there, which you may want to know. But I think that over time you can find out what the names are. Another thing you can look out for is little information, such as this particular hyacinth is marked as having been highly scented, and that you may find really useful. And this one is got fragrance, and it's not just hyacinth, but this is the case with all the other plants and not just bulbs as well. This one has fragrance as well. So this little, or all the information you need really, or most of it, you will find in the pack and as guidance and direction. Of course, sometimes it may not be as accurate because of course your plant may behave slightly differently because of the soil or the microclimate, so to say, that you have in your garden. So, but these are guidance, but usually they would not be too far away from it. And if they're different, if it turns out differently, sometimes it may turn out better or worse, and then you can adjust with time based on what you really desire. So I hope you found this useful as well. So I hope you found the video useful. Give it a thumbs up if you have, and subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.